Hey, so did you know that essential oils speaks to your body on a cellular level? And I know that sometimes it's hard for us to wrap our heads around the fact that, okay, but if they're selling something at the store, if the doctor is prescribing it, that's supposed to be the best remedy for me to take. But in all actuality, it really isn't, because essential oils is so much better for your body. And I learned this from my friend Kelly Sexton. So if you're interested in learning more about essential oils, I can get you connected with her, because I'm not a pro with essential oils, but I'm definitely somebody that has a huge interest in it, and I use them all the time. So I actually even have this amazing like Bible. So if I want to look up something, like, see, I have all these little tabs and such, and so if there's something that I want to look up to see what I can use my oils for, then I will use it. So I want to share a cough medicine, well, not even medicine, I guess remedy, that I made for my son yesterday. As you had seen my post, if maybe you did or didn't, but Colin Bear is really sick, and he's been sick for a few days, and I'm just praying that I don't come down with it. I was actually not feeling so good this morning. I'm like, uh-oh, please don't tell me that I'm coming down with this. But this homemade cough syrup, as you can see, super liquidy, but you have to warm this up first to kind of, get it moving. But it's raw honey, and I used about a half of a cup of raw honey. So we're talking about not the kind that's processed, that's in that little bear that you get at the, general grocery store. This is raw, so it's a little more firm. I should have grabbed it. Hang on, let me grab it out of my cupboard and I'll show you. So it's raw honey, and it's a little hard to work with. Okay, you take that out. Take about a half cup out, and then I warmed that up in the microwave just to kind of get it so that it is runny. And then I took about 8 drops of the following: frankincense. When in doubt, frankincense with everything. Lemon, peppermint, wild orange, and ginger. So I put about 8 drops of each of those in there, and I actually probably added a little bit more of the orange because I thought that it really gave it a decent flavor. And then I just gave them 1 teaspoon of this every 3 hours, and it really seemed to help. So you guys, consider oils. And like I said, if you have an interest, let me know and I can connect you with my lady. She's absolutely amazing. She doesn't just say, oh, here, buy this, and leaves you hanging. She actually educates you on everything. So take note of that. And even if you just have honey, and if you're having a hard time with coughing, I think that this is a huge benefit as well. This is also really good if you just need a little tiny energy pick-me-up. You can take a little, a little teaspoon and just kind of, eat some of that. Okay, so I hope that you found value in that, and I wanted to share today's abundance entry with you. I'm really enjoying sharing this with you because, it's kind of like you guys are like my accountability partners, and today's lesson is about joy and learning life's lessons with a light heart. So the quote today starts with one by Louise Bogan, and it says here, "I cannot believe that the inscrutable universe turns on an axis of suffering." So you've heard me talk about that quite a bit, that us humans, we just love to go in that place of suffering. Surely the strange beauty of the world must somewhere rest in pure joy. Okay, so here we go. The simple abundance journey takes us to undiscovered territory. We learn each day how cultivating gratitude tills the soil of our soul, and then how the seeds of simplicity and order send their roots down deep into the earth of our everyday existence. Oh my God, was that like rich or what? As I'm reading it, I'm like, okay, whoa, like this is intense. Like that's really intense. As we progress, harmony inspires us with quiet courage to create an authentic life for ourselves and those we love. It's all about that journey to authenticity and forgetting all of that stuff. Like my nails, like I'm even thinking about getting these off, like, okay, are these really necessary? I do that from time to time. I'll take them off and then I'll just go get like a shellac on them, and so, okay. With patience, beauty blossoms, and our hearts experience not only happiness, which is often fleeting, but a wellspring of joy that refreshes and renews. Ooh, today's lesson is loaded with all kinds of good stuff. We have found our true place in the world with an eye made with quiet by the power of harmony and the deep power of joy, William Wordsworth wrote. We see it in the life of things. Let me take a deep breath. This is pretty intense stuff today. Okay, seeing into the life of things is what engages us at this point in the transformative process. Transformative process. Do you hear me? We are all transforming. It is a process, but you have to put the work in, okay? From deep within, there comes a longing to give up the path of struggle as a way to learn life's lessons. So basically, when you are ready, you surrender and you are on your mission, looking and asking for those lessons, like show me the way, right? Finally, we are ready to embrace the path of joy. And that's basically it. It's like, I talked to you recently about how, the book, The Power of Now, like really changed my life. And it was because I was ready. I was in a position of just surrendering all of that and like, okay, I'm ready now. I just want to live a life of joy and I want to learn. And that's what it's all about. So learning to live in the present moment. I just talked about the power of now, and that's what they talk about, present moment, is part of the path of joy. But this requires a profound inner shift in our reality. Remember when I said that I will never forget the moment and the day that I literally felt a shift. I literally felt a shift when I surrendered and was basically like, oh, okay, I forgive whatever those demons were that I was dealing with at the time. There was just so much that was going on. Okay. And just years and years and years of stuff that didn't matter. That was, that heavy headache that was always there, that I gave it space rent-free in my brain, Okay. Many of us unconsciously create drama in our minds, expecting the worst from a situation only to have our expectations become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So just like I had talked about, whatever you're thinking and speaking out to the universe, it's literally like going through the drive-through. You tell them what you want and they serve it up. Well, that's what the universe is doing for you as well. So it is so, so true. Inadvertently, we become authors of our own misfortune. Do you hear me? We become authors of our own misfortune. So it's basically a choice of what you're putting out there. So if you're somebody that's like, oh, I can't ever get a break. Oh, man. That kind of person, guess what? You're going to continue to get that because it's what you're putting out there, okay? As we struggle from day to day, from crisis to crisis, we all know those people, right? There's always one dramatic event to another because they're creating it, okay? Those are the ones that you really have to keep at arm's length, bruised and battered by circumstances without realizing that we always have a choice. Yes, we have a choice, you guys. Duh. Okay, and the choice is the way that you think and the way that you speak to others and the way that you see things and perceive how you treat others, okay? But what if you learned how to stop the drama and start to trust the flow of life and the goodness of spirit? What if you began to expect the best from any situation, right? Glass half empty, glass half full, right? Mine's always half full, that's for sure. Isn't it possible that you could write new chapters in your life with happy endings? Absolutely. For many of us, this is such a radical departure from the way we have been behaving that it seems unbelievable. And I can think of people off the top of my head who are those people because it's part of the way that they were raised, and you don't know what you don't know, so you duplicate, right? So unless you actually, have this maybe life-changing moment or really go on this journey on your own to either become, a seeker or even a servant of others, then chances are you're not going to make that shift. Then you'll continue that pattern, and then you'll pass it on to the children as well. You know what I mean? So, okay. Now, take a leap of faith. After all, what have you got to lose but misery and lack? Like, bye, see ya, kick it to the curb. Okay, so begin today. Declare out loud to the universe that you are willing to let go of struggle and eager to learn through joy. It just may take you at your world. It just may take you at your world. That's a different sentence. What's more, you'll discover much of your amazement and delight that such blessings have been waiting patiently for you to claim them all along. It is there for you. You just have to believe it and you have to ask for it, okay? Hi, Joan! I love you, my friend. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm so glad that you got this message today. Aw, thanks, Megan. Love you too. You're beautiful as well. Mwah. I was actually going to message you this morning. Look for a message from me. I'll be messaging you shortly. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. I apologize if I missed who was on. I usually like to say hello. I really enjoyed this message today and just really wanted to stay focused. If you missed the beginning and are interested in learning about the homemade cough syrup, just watch the replay, and I promise it'll be worth the watch because it really helped my son. It was so, my heart was breaking because he was just coughing and coughing. It was just so painful. So, all right, please share this with anybody that you feel could benefit, and I will talk to you guys soon. See ya.